Imagine being able to walk into a crowded room without feeling your heart pound out of your chest. Envision yourself confidently striking up a conversation with strangers or going about your day without being completely overwhelmed with the fear of being judged by others. If social anxiety has been holding you back from enjoying your life, it's time to take on an exposure challenge here with me and learn how to feel more confident in your skin when you're in public. In this episode of Your Anxiety Toolkit, we will explore one of the most well-known, science-based, and effective strategies for overcoming social anxiety. From gradual exposure to uncomfortable social situations to building a support network, you will discover practical steps to overcome the grip of social anxiety. Recently, I overheard a therapist of all people saying that letting our clients experience distress is harmful. And I was like, I gasped. I couldn't believe it. This idea and this narrative concerned me so much. We have become so fixated on never feeling distress that we actually fuel our anxiety and fuel our emotions. And I get it. I'm not in the business of being a therapist to make people feel terrible, quite the opposite. However, one of the most powerful messages I give my clients is that we can learn to compassionately and effectively navigate distress because distress is a natural part of being a human being. If we have anxiety and we're committed to never feeling it, not feeling it, we're going to completely feel out of control in all aspects of our lives. And if you have social anxiety, you're committed to never being uncomfortable, social anxiety is going to take everything you love from you. Not only will it take the things you love, but it'll take away your future. And so today we're going to work on pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, facing your fears. And what you're going to learn is that you will gradually build confidence and become more at ease in social settings by actually being uncomfortable. And with each small success, you're going to grow stronger and more resilient and expand your social circle and embrace new opportunities. Now, my hope is that you don't let social anxiety hold you back any longer. Today, I'm going to give you a 30-day social anxiety challenge. I have seen this work with so many of my clients over and over and over again, and I am confident that it will change your life as well. Now, before we get started, let's first make sure you have a really good understanding of social anxiety, because that's going to be really important. Social anxiety, also known as a social phobia, is a common mental health condition or struggle that is characterized by an intense fear and anxiety in social situations. It goes far beyond just mere shyness, and it can also significantly impact someone's daily life and their functioning. People with social anxiety often experience excessive worry about being judged, embarrassed, or humiliated in social settings. And this fear can be so overwhelming that it leads to avoidance of social situations completely, altogether. Now, one thing I always share with my students and clients is that while social anxiety is considered an anxiety disorder, I actually agree with Christopher Germer, a well-known psychologist who has been on the show. Actually, it's episode number 199. He believes that social anxiety is as much a shame disorder as it is an anxiety disorder. And from my experience, people with social anxiety struggle immensely with shame. And this powerfully painful emotion can disrupt so much of somebody's life. It can increase the incidence of depression and even have suicidal ideation. Having social anxiety can leave you feeling completely like a fool, make you feel awkward and alone. And commonly, people with social anxiety withdraw and isolate from their friends and family. This not only makes them feel more alone and defective, and often more depressed. Social anxiety can have a profound impact on various aspects of a person's life. It can hinder their ability to form and maintain relationships, it can limit their career prospects, and it can diminish their overall quality of life. Simple tasks such as making a phone call, attending a social gathering, speaking in public can elicit intense anxiety, often leading to avoidant behaviors and often missed opportunities. The constant fear of being evaluated negatively by others can create a cycle of self-doubt and isolation. But today, we're going to put our entire attention on turning this around for you. Today, I'm going to give you a specific 30-day social anxiety exposure challenge where you face your fears and take your life back from social anxiety. As I said, this is what we do with my clients. The 30-day social anxiety exposure challenge is ultimately here to help you overcome your fear. The exposure challenge is a science-based therapeutic technique widely used in the area of social anxiety, and it involves deliberately facing fear and social situations in a gradual and controlled manner. The goal is to help you habituate to the anxiety-provoking situations and develop a sense of mastery and confidence. Now, exposure can be done in real-life situations or through imaginal exposures, which is where you vividly imagine yourself in the anxiety-inducing scenario. However, today, we're going to focus on real-life situations because I personally wholeheartedly believe that this is where the money is at. I have seen it work with hundreds of my clients. Exposure works by activating the fear response and allows you to experience that anxiety in your body. And over time, with repeated exposure to the feared situation, you will retrain your brain and reduce the anxiety response and build resilience and confidence, which is the ultimate goal. It is important to note that exposure should always be done at a pace that feels manageable to you. And if seeking a professional guidance, if that would be beneficial to you, by all means do so by seeking out mental health, and they can help tailor a plan specific to your needs. Now, let's first go through what are the benefits of doing this 30-day social anxiety exposure challenge. Facing your fears, especially social anxiety through exposure, can have numerous benefits. Firstly, it allows you to confront and challenge your irrational beliefs about yourself in social situations. By repeatedly exposing yourself to feared situations, you'll begin to gather evidence that contradicts your negative thoughts or your social anxiety. And common thoughts are, everybody hates me, they'll think I'm an idiot, or that I'll make a fool out of myself. And by gradually doing this, we reshape your perception of yourself in social interactions. And this process can then lead to increased self-confidence and a more positive self-image. Now, exposure also provides an opportunity for skill building or social skills and social learning. And as you face your fears and navigate social situations, you're going to develop new coping strategies and important social skills that will help you in the future. These skills will help you manage your anxiety and enhance your ability to connect with others, building meaningful relationships in ways that feels very authentic to you. The more you expose yourself to different social scenarios, the more adaptable you're going to become and more resilient you'll become in handling various social challenges. Okay, here is the 30-day exposure challenge rules. Before we get started, please know that you can either do these in the exact order that I've given, or you can put them in order of easiest to hardest. My only tip is to make sure you do at least one of these exposures per day. You get extra points if you do as many as you can in a day, because the more you do, the better you'll get and the more you'll get out of it. You'll learn the most by doing this as much as you can. Now, tracking your progress and celebrating small victories is essential for maintaining motivation and building confidence. So make sure you're doing that. Keep a record of your exposure activities, noting the level of anxiety that you experience and any positive outcomes or insights that you may have gained. Reflecting on your progress can help you see how far you've come and can provide a sense of accomplishment. Celebrate every small victory, no matter how insignificant it may seem. I want you to recognize that every step forward is a step closer to you overcoming your social anxiety and living the fulfilling life that you want. Now, one other tip I want you to think about. Plan ahead. Some of these exposures require some planning and arranging. So do not let fear stop you or make too many excuses, because it will. You're going to have to put out, you'll only get out of it what you put in. Another thing to remember is that these exposures should only be done with kindness. The biggest goal here is not to criticize yourself as you do these. Do your best to catch yourself when you're going down the self-loathing rabbit hole and be as gentle and kind as you can. You're going to have to challenge your negative thoughts about yourself and be your biggest cheerleader. Once the exposure is over, you are not allowed to think about what happened and how you went and how you performed. Try not to ruminate about it. Just celebrate your wins, move forward, and set up a reward for completing the challenge, or maybe several rewards throughout the 30 days. If you're finding one of them really easy, try to double up and add something else from the challenge to that exposure. Again, the more you put in, the more you'll get out of it. So here we go. Here is the 30-day social anxiety challenge. Let's do it. Day 1, take a walk in public and give eye contact to 5 people. Look them in the eyes, because often people with social anxiety avoid that. Day 2, take a walk in public and give eye contact and a smile to 5 people. That's really important as well. And that will help with social skills building. Day 3, take a walk in public and give eye contact and a smile and greet 5 people. You might just say good morning or hi there or hello. That's fine. You're just going to keep practicing this. Day 4, go to the mall or a store and make small talk with a cashier. They're actually paid to talk to you. You're not putting them out. It's a great opportunity for you to practice starting conversations. Day 5, ask a stranger for directions. Where is the closest bank? What's the time? Where is the closest supermarket? Day 6, order food at a restaurant without rehearsing. Just go in and take your time and order something for yourself. Hopefully it's something delicious. Day 7, compliment 5 strangers. I like your shoes. I like your hat. I like your bag. I like your car. I like whatever it is that you like. And let's do a check-in here. What thoughts are you having as you think about these exposures? Are you thinking, I can't do this? Because you can. Are you thinking this won't work for me? Because practice makes perfect. Are you thinking I'm not cut out for this? Yes, you are. Practice is all we're looking for here, and we want you to do it imperfectly. And are you thinking I can't handle it? Because it is a beautiful day to do hard things. All right, let's go on to day 8. Attend an event without a close friend. So go to an event alone. Okay, day 9. Speak up in a meeting at work or at school. Often people with social anxiety avoid doing this. And so if you can, practice just giving an idea or some feedback. Day 10. Join a club or a group related to a hobby. Again, this gives you an opportunity to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So find something you enjoy doing and try to commit. Day 11, make a phone call instead of sending a text or email. I once had a client, every time he went to Google, instead of Googling it, he'd call a store and actually ask them for the answer. Day 12, practice introducing yourself to 2 new people. This can be hard, but we actually want you to tolerate the discomfort and have some fear. Day 13, start a conversation with someone in a waiting room. This can be awkward and uncomfortable. It could be as simply as saying it's a beautiful day out, or this is a really cute color of an office. Day 14, sit in the front row during a presentation or a class or at the movies. Often people avoid sitting at the front in fear that they will be looked at or noticed. Day 15, we are halfway. Let's get excited. Congratulate yourself. This is huge. This is actually a big challenge, and it's one that I stress to my clients. If you can, join a public speaking group like Toastmasters. You can Google it. Toastmasters is an organization that helps people learn how to do public speaking. Everyone's there for the same reason. They too are trying to get great at public speaking. Day 16, share a personal opinion in a group setting, similar to the last one, but see if you can share an opinion. That would be a really great exposure for you. Day 17, attend social gathering and stay for a set amount of time. So make a commitment for the time and then see if you can practice some of the other exposures while you're there as well. Day 18, initiate a conversation with someone you find intimidating. This is another hard one, but I strongly encourage you to lean in, practice being uncomfortable, and give it a go. Day 19, go to a party and introduce yourself to at least 3 people. Hi, my name's Kimberly. How do you know the host? Simple question. Day 20, take a class or an improv or acting class. This might be hard depending on where you live, but any way you can, try to practice getting out of your comfort zone. Day 21, sing karaoke in front of others or sing as you walk down the street. You might start just singing very quietly and then raise the volume as you go, seeing if you can increase your willingness to be uncomfortable. Day 22, ask someone for help in a store. Again, they're there to serve you. So that was a really helpful one you may want to double up on. Day 23, participate in a team sport or a group exercise class. Try to find a class that you feel a little goofy in, or at least a class that you've actually been wanting to learn. It might be jazz, hip hop, tango, whatever that might be. Day 24, initiate a conversation with someone sitting alone. This can be a really hard one for some, but just give it a try, even if you, again, mention the weather or give them a compliment. Day 25, practice saying no in various social situations. Often people with social anxiety are people pleasers and they struggle to say no. So try to practice that one as well. Day 26, give a compliment to a coworker or a classmate. We've already talked about this, but again, now you're doing it with people you actually know. Day 27, ask someone to coffee or a casual outing, maybe to lunch. Again, this can be anxiety provoking, but this is an opportunity for you to practice your conversational skills, keeping that initiating conversation going. Day 28, go to a new place and ask a stranger about the best things to do there, maybe a museum, a theme park. Do your best to step out and ask, maybe learn something new while you're there. Day 29, we're almost there. Introduce yourself to your neighbors as long as it's safe to do so. This can be a really great way to build a sense of community and make you feel less alone. And day 30, you're here. Share a positive personal achievement with others, maybe even this challenge. I hope that you feel empowered by these exposures. And there you have. There is your 30-day social anxiety exposure challenge. Now, life after the exposure challenge is important as well. As you continue to face your fears and engage in exposure activities, you will gradually notice a shift in your confidence and your ability to navigate social experiences and situations. You probably feel so good by now. Embrace this confidence and allow it to propel you forward in every area of your life. So what we're saying here is keep going. With each successful exposure, your social world will expand and opportunities for personal and professional growth will arise. Remember that overcoming social anxiety is a journey, and setbacks really will occur. That you can't avoid them. So be kind to yourself and celebrate your progress and continue to challenge yourself to reach new heights of confidence and self-assurance. This is the ultimate goal. Don't let social anxiety hold you back any longer. Step out of your comfort zone, face your fears, and embrace the incredible potential that lies within you. I always say today is a beautiful day to do hard things, and you deserve to live a life free from social anxiety shackles. So get going with this. I'm so excited. I actually really can't wait to hear how you guys go with it. And do it as soon as you can. I promise you will not regret it. It will be hard, but really the truth is nothing is worth, I always sort of imagine like the things that are really important, they usually require us to do some hard things, but they're always totally worth it. All right. I'm sending you guys so much love. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.